The reason for today's video is to announce my new online course, Produce with Push 2, Volume 2, a detailed multi-angle video series demonstrating the process of creating a track from start to finish with Ableton Live. Now, if you're already familiar with my Produce with Push 2 Volume 1 video series, then you'll already know the format. But for those just jumping on board now, this video series follows me making a track from start to finish with Ableton Live's core library of sounds, samples, and devices only. So no fancy plugins and no third-party sounds, just what comes in the box with a copy of Ableton Live. See, I believe that most producers have all the tools they could ever need right at their fingertips, but they still aren't getting the results they're after. And do you think the problem is not having the right sounds or the right synths or the right software? Or perhaps more rather the lack of dedication, focus, and structure that one needs to become more prolific at completing more music? There are an abundance of free tools out there. Free synths, free sample packs, free audio effects. That in this day and age, there really is no need to purchase the fancy gear. It's just a luxury. Now, this video series is entitled Produce with Push 2, mainly because it's kind of a catchy title, but you really could just use any MIDI controller on the market. You can find simple MIDI controllers really cheap these days, new or secondhand, and that's really all you need. Now, if you're already a fan of my tutorials and this channel, then you can expect a very similar format. You'll also know that I don't like repeating what's already been said. I feel like we're in a time of oversaturation of tutorials and tips and tricks and techniques and free ebooks, because this stuff is easy. This course isn't a how-to or a tips and tricks and techniques or unlocking your creative potential or any of that crap. This is about sitting down and actually doing the work. You know, I could sit here with you for 14 hours and explain every single detail and every single function of the Push 2. And guess how much music we'd make? Abso-fucking-lutely none. It amazes me that people are still making content like this when Ableton has the most extensive collection of free videos on how to use their own products. I see the Push 2 as a tool to help me make music, just like a mouse or a keyboard. But do we need courses on how to use these? No, because the outcome is to make music, not learn how to use the tool. I think sitting back and learning how specific techniques are done is super addictive. We've all been there. But how many how-to tutorials, workshops, masterclasses do we need to experience before we actually suck it up and do the work ourselves? See, I've been an electronic music educator for more than 10 years, and I've seen it all. You can sit there and learn every little technique as long as you like, but eventually you have to show up and actually put in the hours. This video series is the journey of producing a track from concept to completion. We cover all aspects of completing a track, starting from sparking that inspiration, building up your main groove, layering all your melodic elements together, fleshing out an arrangement, breathing life into your track with automation, and then working on transitions and incidentals. We then spend a good portion of time processing and mixing the track, and going through all the steps we need to look at to export a pre-master. The final mix is then sent off to be professionally mastered, and there's a video dedicated to chatting with my mastering engineer, where we dive deep into the dark art of what mastering is, and how to approach a basic master using Ableton Live's stock devices only. I spent a good few months putting all this together, and it's truly the most extensive amount of content I've ever created. There is over 7 hours worth of material broken up into 61 videos and then grouped together within a very easy to follow navigation menu. And I've also included the project file to help you follow along. So if you've been chipping away at this music thing for a while now, but you're struggling to finish any music, then dust off that Push 2 and let's get to work.